Do you hear what I hear? Well, what I hear is someone not listening. Our new CAQ government seems hell-bent on abolishing elected school boards and replacing them with appointed service centers, each with its own Tims, I'm sure. The education minister says the government will move ahead because there is no room for interpretation in the law.
If they go for a battle on the court, of course they will lose.
Well, fighting words indeed. The thing is, school boards are not really a top-of-mind issue for most Quebecers. Turnout rates in elections are anemic, but on the English side, they are one of the few, if not only, things in Quebec that English-speaking Quebecers get to run and decide for themselves. Face it, generally, we really don't have a lot of clout, and we do tend to have a herd mentality when we vote. Wiping out the elected boards would just be another move in a long line of moves designed to diminish our voices. And standing up to this government using constitutional arguments which guarantee our protection is just the right thing to do.
Government-appointed boards, in regard to school management or anything else, are going to respond to government priorities, and school boards respond to community priorities.
Do you hear what I hear? It's the sound of no. Voters tend to remember governments sometimes by what they failed to do, and sometimes they are remembered for one sole act which hit the wrong nerve. Now, Valérie Plante and her Projet Montreal came into power with an ambitious agenda to change Montreal. However, so far it seems in some respects the administration is governing not by common sense but by ideology. It is not unfair to characterize City Hall as anti-car. There are real concerns that removing hundreds of parking spaces from St. Catherine Street will stop people from going downtown. But the thing most people will remember is the clumsy way it has handled the closure of the Camilien-Houde Parkway over the mountain. Consultation only came after the pilot project was implemented. And the Plante administration hoped they could pull a fast one, with Borough Mayor Luc Ferrandez proclaiming, well, it was an unqualified success. However, most Montrealers are not in favor of closing down one of the city's jewels to traffic. More than 10,000 people have submitted their opinions to the city's public consultation office. Now, the mayor says she will follow the recommendations of the office when they are released next year. Somehow I have my doubts that the final decision by the mayor won't somehow be torqued, but for now there is hope that the unilateral decision can be overturned. The consultation office seems to have a round hole and a square peg. On verra. The reason, of course, that we are even discussing this was because of the death of a cyclist in October 2017. An out-of-town driver made an illegal U-turn, resulting in the accident. Now, more than a year later, after all the talk and the controversy on this favored tourist attraction, is there a traffic sign in English? No, there is not. Do you hear what I hear? En français, s'il vous plaît. As they say, this is the most wonderful time of the year. It is a time for family, joy, and reflection. And we must always remember those who find the Christmas season difficult and challenging. For far too many, it is a time of sadness. Be kind. Remember, it's not about the gifts. It is about something much, much bigger. As Dickens wrote of Scrooge, and it was always said of him that he knew how to keep Christmas well, if any man alive possessed the knowledge. May that be truly said of us and all of us. At this time of year especially, there is nothing quite like the voice of Mahalia Jackson, the voice of heaven.
My Savior.
Merry Christmas, et joyeux Noël. I'm Barry Wilson. You can follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And don't forget to check out our weekly poll on Facebook. We want to know what you think. And we will see you back here in 2019.